And
Meanwhile, less than a mile away at the corner of Camino Arroyo and Highway 152, Amazon is moving ahead with plans to build a large distribution center and a warehouse dubbed Project Garlic. Peter Leroy Munoz is Gilroy Vice Mayor and Senior Vice President of the Silicon Valley Leadership Group, telling KPIX5 these projects won't go forward without a lot of thought about the impact on the community.
We recognize that history, we recognize its importance to our local economy, and it is something that we are going to protect in addition to bringing a diversity of jobs and economic opportunities to our community.
He says the city is not going to abandon its agricultural roots.
Yelp will cover the travel expenses of employees who have to go out of state for abortions, joining the ranks of major employers trying to help workers affected by restrictions in Texas and other states. Yelp says the benefit covers all of its 4,000 workers, but it seems most likely to have an immediate impact on the 200 workers in Texas, where the law now bans abortions within the state after 6 weeks of pregnancy. New York's Citigroup recently disclosed plans to do the same for its more than 200,000 employees, 8,000 of whom work in Texas. Meantime, Uber and Lyft are paying the legal fees for drivers who could get sued under the new Texas law for transporting passengers to clinics.
6:35 at KCBS. We're looking for green numbers. We check it with Wendy Gillette.
Hey, Eric and Holly, the initial start to the trading day brought mixed results, but now the markets are up. Right now, the Dow up 109, the Nasdaq up 9, the S&P up a fraction. Delta Airlines reports record sales and strong summer travel bookings. Robust bookings have helped the industry deal with rising fuel prices, which are up 155% since March 1st. Eric and Holly?
Thanks, Wendy. Our next Market Watch report at 6:55. Coming up, we've got to check back with Kim Wonderly on that crash in Hercules.
I'm Omar House, and I want to be your advocate. HNOBAS.com.
You're in a big box pet store. Rows and rows of mattresses stretch out before you. They all look pretty much the same, because they are pretty much the same. That's one of the reasons the little mattress store in Berkeley has been able to prosper for 50 years. They're different. Different because they use the finest European components, and they can't wait to show them to you. Find out for yourself at European Sleepworks, Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley, or online at sleepworks.com.
A Honda is more than just a vehicle. It's a gateway to spring adventure. Start your adventures with Honda. The brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 0.9% APR on a 2022 Honda HR-V and a 1.9% APR on a 2022 Civic or Accord. New vehicles are arriving daily at a local Honda dealer. Start your spring adventure today at your Northern California Honda dealer.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI 2021 ACSI survey of customers rating the performance of their own automobiles.
Oh, hi, Sally. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. What's that? Refi? Well, yeah, I think so. Tom, Sally's asking if you ever refied the house.
Yep, with First NorCal Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, Sally, we sure did. We refied. Tom, Sally wants to know if we got a low fixed rate.
Yep, with First NorCal Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, Sally, we sure did. We got a nice low rate. Tom, what about points? Did we pay points?
No, First NorCal doesn't charge points.
Hey, Sally, yeah, we didn't pay any points on that loan. Yeah, no points. Tom, Sally's wondering where we got that low fixed rate, no points loan. Tom?
Sally, that low fixed rate, no points home loan is from First NorCal Credit Union. You can apply online at firstnorcalcu.org. Yep, low fixed rates and no points.
Register to Rise. Join PBWC's two-day virtual conference May 10th and 11th. Hear from change-making speakers that will inform, engage, uplift, and inspire. Turn your career aspirations into reality. Connect with professional women and allies from around the world. Learn more and register at conference.pbwc.org.
Most online dating profiles are works of fiction. At It's Just Lunch, we are all about fun, real-life dates set up by real dating experts. Save the fiction for your nightstand and call It's Just Lunch today. Visit itsjustlunchsanfrancisco.com or call 415-989-9818.
A 401k retirement plan is a great way to keep your employees happy, and Paychex can find the perfect one for your business. As the #1 retirement plan provider in the country, our experts will help you understand, set up, and administer your 401k plan, saving you time and more of every hard-earned dollar. With 50 years of experience, Paychex makes 401 Farther down the east shore, we see the brake lights approaching and passing San Pablo Dam Road. Another slow stretch is approaching Albany Hill as you make your way down towards, say, Gilman into Berkeley. Bay Bridge metering lights have been on for a spell, but the backup still just shy of the foot of the MacArthur Maze, a little bit beyond the West Grand Merge at this point as you feed onto the Toll Plaza area. We are also looking at the North Bay. There's been a crash heading out toward Napa. This is on northbound 29, right near 221. Off to the shoulder says CHP, but there's still a line of cars that stretches back to Highway 12. And we're just getting word of a crash now in Hayward. This is South 880, just after Highway 92. Big rig crane truck and a car mixed it up. They're pulling off to the right shoulder, and it looks like we have a stall on the peninsula just coming in for South 101, approaching Poplar. Looks like a vehicle conked out in the left lane. We do see a few brake lights there right at the scene. Your next update, 6:48 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Clouds today with the highs in the 50s and low 60s. Tonight, mostly cloudy. Chance of rain after midnight, lows in the 40s. Then chance of rain gets better tomorrow. We'll start the day with patchy fog, then mostly cloudy throughout the day. Rain likely at the coast and the North Bay. Slightly less of a chance of rain in the east and south bays. Highs in the 50s and 60s. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Hunt for eggs? Sure. Hunt for deals? Never. When it's time to fill Easter baskets for all my peeps, I head to Smart & Final. This week, get 2 pound packs of strawberries for $3.49 each, limit 4. Smart & Final. One trip, and that's it.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
No, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their hopes and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
And Tony drills one down the right field line. And it's fair, it's got a chance. And
The A's are back in the town, and the 2022 season kicks off Monday, April 18th against the Baltimore Orioles.
breaking ball, strike three, called on the inside corner. Snow is gonna look it.
Fans attending for opening night also get a free rally towel presented by Kaiser Permanente. Tickets are available at athletics.com. Get your tickets today. Athletics.com. Be there on opening night.
Matt Coker here from West Coast Men's Health. Guys, Viagra is not the answer for your problem. I know you think it is, but Viagra has horrible side effects, and for most men, the longer you're on it, the less it works. Viagra is not a curative medication. It's not fixing your problem. It's a Band-Aid for a shark bite. Acoustic wave therapy is the newest technology that can correct your problem, not just treat it. We can do something that no pill can do. We can restore your blood flow naturally. Get off Viagra today. Change your life like the thousands of men who already have, regardless of your age or your medical history. If you're tired of dealing with Peyronie's disease or erectile dysfunction, then call West Coast Men's Health today.
With offices in San Mateo and Sacramento, call 650-407-1168. That's 650-407-1168. 650-407-1168. Online at westcoastmenshealth.com. HSA cards welcome.
Rolling hills and vineyard valleys, redwood forests, and a stunning coastline. Mendocino County features wineries, breweries, restaurants, and lovely places to stay. For a breath of fresh air and room to roam, visit Mendocino County. KCBS News Time 6:43. A Northern California woman has admitted she faked her own kidnapping more than 5 years ago. Sherry Papini of Redding disappeared for 3 weeks before resurfacing on Thanksgiving Day of 2016. Federal prosecutors allege that she'd been spending that time with a former boyfriend in Southern California and accused her of injuring herself to back up her bogus kidnapping story.
Haney's attorney says she signed a plea deal yesterday, but it is not on public record yet. The spokesperson for federal prosecutors could not confirm it. KCBS News Time 6:44. The sports line in a minute.
Summer is just around the corner. Is your outdoor space ready for warmer weather and all the fun that comes with it? Backyard barbecues, lights around the fire pit, a glass of wine on the patio. It's the season to live your best life outdoors. I'm Larry Green of System Pavers, America's #1 designer and installer of elegant outdoor living systems. If you've been dreaming of a way to make the most of your yard this summer, the time to begin your easy outdoor remodel is right now. And best of all, during System Pavers Spring Savings Event, you can save up to 10% on your entire project, plus get special financing to get you going right away. Call 800-PAVE-004 or visit SystemPavers.com today to lock in these savings. Gorgeous paving stone driveways, patios, artificial turf, lighting, and more. It all begins by contacting System Pavers right now. 800-PAVE-004 or SystemPavers.com.
Orders must be placed by April 30th. Financing subject to credit approval. See website for details. Contractor's license 661575.
Coming up on KCBS.
I'm Jim Taylor. The sound of an orphaned mountain lion cub purring back to health.
KCBS News Time 6:45.
And that's time to check sports. Joe Hughes of Bay Area Chevy Dealer Sports Desk. What are you starting with, Joe?
Well, there's been a lot to unpack from last night's Giants game as the Orange and Black blowing out the Padres 13-2. San Francisco finding their offense early on, scoring 10 runs in the first 2 innings of that game. And usually when a team is blowing out another squad, the general courtesy is to kind of step off the gas and not continue to be as aggressive, laying down bunts and stealing bases late into the game. But that wasn't the case for the Giants last night, as they were breaking one of baseball's unwritten rules, and that became one of the dominant storylines after last night's game. After a lot of back and forth yelling from the Padres dugout, taking exception to a couple things like a bunt and a stolen base in the 6th and 7th inning. Giants skipper Gabe Kapler, however, defending those decisions and said it's all part of a bigger strategy.
And our goal is not exclusively to win one game in a series, it's to try to win the entire series. So sometimes that means trying to get a little bit deeper into the opposition's pen. And I understand that many teams don't love that strategy, and I get why.
Well, Kapler says he has no intention of telling his guys to slow down or to take their foot off the gas at all in these kind of situations, and he understands why the Padres were so frustrated, but says this is the plan they came up with in spring training.
It's something that we talked about as a club before the season, and that we were comfortable going forward with that strategy. Not to be disrespectful in any way, it's because we feel just very cool and strategic. It's the best way to try to win a series.
Kapler clarified after the game when he says cool, he means unemotional, not that they feel like they're ahead of the curve on anything. History was made in last night's game as the Giants were ahead of the curve, with Giants coach Alyssa Nacken becoming the first woman to coach a major league game on the field during the regular season. We'll have more on that in the next hour and hear from the history maker herself at 7:15. From the Sports Desk, Joe Hughes, KCBS.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. The KCBS Sports Desk is sponsored by the Bay Area Chevrolet Dealers. Visit BayAreaChevroletDealers.com.
What if you could jet off to luxury vacation homes across the country and treat your family to unforgettable experiences and unique excursions? Hi, I'm Greg Hughes with Hughes Private Capital, and we are a nationwide real estate investment company that specializes in luxury vacation homes. We've created a way for you to elevate your vacations to the next level. Whether you're looking to get away to your very own warm resort-style home or relax in a cool mountain lodge, you now can explore any of the high-end homes in our portfolio throughout the year. The best part? Your luxury vacation home won't cost you anything. In fact, it makes you money. While you're in between stays, you'll earn while you're away. We take care of it all. One of the best ways to invest is by selling your current investment property through a 1031 exchange. You'll pay no taxes and transform your hard-earned equity into a fun and rewarding adventure. To learn more, visit ownvacationinvestments.com. That's ownvacationinvestments.com. Or call us at 650-898-1200. That's 650-898-1200.
No one wants to cut corners on a good night's rest. So why sleep on sheets that are just good enough? If you dream of comfortable sheets that are priced that won't keep you up all night, look no further than Boll & Branch. Boll & Branch makes the softest organic sheets on the market using 100% sustainable raw materials. As the first fair trade certified manufacturer of linen, you can feel as good about your sheets as they feel against your skin. Plus, Boll & Branch focuses on quality over quantity because higher thread counts are not always better. Their signature hem sheets are made from lightweight organic cotton that gets softer with every wash. And they come in 7 colors, from twin up to California King. Best of all, Boll & Branch gives you a fair price and a 30-day risk-free trial with free shipping and returns. So experience the best sheets you've ever felt, only at bollandbranch.com. Get 20% off site-wide from April 11th to 17th at bollandbranch.com. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND branch.com.
The Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic responds to snoring automatically. And that's why Tempur-Pedic has been ranked #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power 3 years in a row.
Mancini Sleep World, your headquarters for Tempur-Pedic. Visit sleepworld.com. So check back with Kim Wonderly. She is in your local Honda dealer's traffic center. It should be easier getting through Highway 4 to 80.
Yeah, that crash has been cleared, fortunately. This report brought to you by Cars for Kids. It was on the ramp from West 4 to West 80, so the heavy traffic that we were talking about even 10 minutes ago has dissipated there. What we have now is a problem on westbound Interstate 80 coming down around Albany Hill. There's word of a crash. Actually, it came in for the eastbound side, but I see the slow traffic westbound, so we'll see how this shakes out. But this is said to be an injury crash as you make your way down 80, between Central and Buchanan, say. We're seeing some slow traffic coming out of El Cerrito on the westbound side. It continues heavy down to Gilman. So if you happen to see anything there, feel free to call us on the KCBS phone force line, 415-391-KCBS. Bay Bridge, it's getting busier here behind the metering lights. We're now backed up just to the base of the MacArthur interchange with 580. A little bit of sluggish traffic coming off to Fremont Street. Seeing a bit of a delay on South 880 now getting through Hayward, approaching Highway 92. There's a crash. It's off to the side, but it involves one of those big rig crane trucks and a car. So traffic here is backing up into the San Lorenzo area. Don't waste time trying to get rid of your older broken car. Cars for Kids is the easiest and fastest way to donate your car and get a tax deduction. Go to carsforkids.org today. That's cars with a K.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Your next update, 6:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Mancini Sleep World 6-day weather forecast. Here's Darren Pack.
Still a bit cool out there this Wednesday morning for those inland valleys of the North Bay. Temperatures have dipped down into the upper 30s again up in places like Santa Rosa. And wind is still a mild issue on some of the Bay bridges, but it's not as intense as it was the last few days. We'll have a light breeze today. We'll struggle to make it into the upper 50s today for daytime highs for most locations with a partly cloudy sky. Maybe hitting those 60s for some of our warmer inland spots. Light showers then move in. We could see the earliest bands of rain as early as this evening in the North Bay, but that wouldn't really be a whole lot. It's really Thursday, first half of the day. Morning commute into late morning where we'll see widespread light showers. We pick up anywhere from 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain out of it. And then we get another chance of rain that comes in Friday night into Saturday. We'll see more widespread Bay Area rain on Saturday, clearing out in time for Easter Sunday. Sunday should be sunny and relatively warmer. In fact, nearly back up to average for this time of year. I'm meteorologist Darren Peck with your KPIX5 KCBS forecast.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
KCBS News Time 6:53. The Oakland Zoo has a new guest. An emaciated mountain lion cub rescued from the wilds of San Mateo County. KCBS's Jim Taylor has an update on his condition.
This is the sound of her arrival.
He's starving. I'm so glad you guys could catch him.
It looks like she's been away from the mother for at least a couple of weeks, and she's reverted to a stage that we call cachexia, where her body's basically digesting her own muscles to try to stay alive.
Ryan Sadler, senior veterinarian at Oakland Zoo, examining the purring cat.
The good news is we're able to slowly nurse her back to health. It's a tricky process, so we're doing round-the-clock care, but we've got a really experienced team here, so everybody's kind of burning the midnight oil to make sure she gets everything she needs.
He says they should be able to get the orphan cub back on her feet by the end of the month. And it's off to a preserve or another zoo. That says she never got taught how to survive in the wild. Jim Taylor, KCBS.
A sewage leak in Napa County has triggered a local health advisory targeting 2 tributaries east of Silverado Trail. Public health officials say the leak off Sanitarium Road may be impacting Bell Creek downstream from the 600 block of Crystal Springs Road and Canyon Creek downstream from where it converges with Bell Creek. No municipal water sources are affected, but the public is advised to stay away from the water in those areas and to keep their pets away as well.
6:55 at KCBS, the Money Watch sponsored by Abundant Life Health and Wellness. Let's check in with Jeff Bellinger.
The International Energy Agency has lowered its forecast for global oil demand because of the latest lockdowns in China. The IEA says weaker demand and the release of emergency oil reserves should keep the world's oil markets in balance for much of the year. Google is planning to invest more than $9 billion in its U.S. offices and data centers this year. The internet giant has facilities in 26 states, and it expects the new investments to create at least 12,000 new full-time jobs by the end of the year. Google says it is more important than ever to invest in its physical locations. Business for the nation's restaurants grew at a slower pace last month. Data from Miller Pulse show that same-store sales across the industry were up nearly 3.5% in March compared to a more than 11% increase in February. The pace of growth for casual dining chains was cut roughly in half. Stocks are modestly higher in early trading. Jeff Bellinger, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
Do you experience pain, burning, numbness, or tingling in your hands, legs, or feet? Are you worried your balance may lead to a seriously damaging fall? Danville Neuropathy Center has a proven, exciting treatment for peripheral neuropathy that repairs and regrows damaged nerves. It's FDA cleared, and because of its success, Medicare and most major insurances cover the treatment. Don't risk your health any longer. Call 925-270-1460 to schedule an appointment or visit DanvilleNeuropathyCenter.com. That's 925-270-1460. We are a COVID-compliant facility.
Humanity has accomplished a whole lot so far. We created penicillin, the automobile, and the internet, not to mention drones, duct tape, and the hot dog. It's all thanks to the power of human connections. And Ring Central's here to make that even easier, more seamlessly and securely, on a platform built to grow your business. Say hello to a whole new way to say hello. Visit ringcentral.com and say hello to possibilities. Ring Central. Message, video, phone, together. What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use a symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
If your office is reopening, Staples has you covered.
Back to the office, back to in-person meetings.
Staples has you covered.
In the office one day, home the next. I need to be able to work from anywhere.
Staples has you covered with everything you need for everywhere you work. Right now, save $15 when you spend $75 on select items. Everything you need for the office, home, anywhere. Staples, the working and learning store. Ends 4/16. In-store only. Coupon required. One per customer. See store or staplesconnect.com for exclusions and details.
So yes, it was after midnight, and the glue on your kid's mission project refused to dry. But once everything was finished, you realized the smooth white and terracotta make this piece of history beautiful. CertaPro Painters has good news. Your home paint project doesn't have to come with the frustration and panic of your child's 4th grade project. Skip the stress and still end with a look you love. To get your painting project started, go to CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
6:58 at KCBS. We've got Kim in your local Honda dealers traffic center. Where to?
Well, we're going back to Interstate 80 where there's been some disruption to traffic. Off to the side, though, this is West 80 near the Albany off-ramp. A couple of cars got into it. It is slowing traffic coming down from the El Cerrito side of things, though, into Albany. The heavy traffic starts to disperse around Gilman and Berkeley heading down to the Bay Bridge. Bay Bridge, though, it is backed up to the MacArthur interchange now with 580, and the ramp from 880 is really starting to fill in, feeding down to the toll plaza as well. Crash off to the side in Hayward, South 880 at Highway 92 with the big rig crane truck. This is slowing traffic into San Lorenzo. We're looking at Silicon Valley, not bad actually. Things have thinned out pretty nicely here. North 101 a little bit slow at McKee, and then again as you approach Trimble Road, we're seeing a few brake lights, but nothing to really write home about. There was a crash off to the side. You may still see this on West 237 at Matilda, so a little bit sluggish at the scene. Your next update, 7:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
A lot of clouds blanketing the Bay Area today. We'll have highs in the 50s and low 60s tonight. Mostly cloudy with a chance of rain after midnight. Lows in the 40s. Better chance of rain tomorrow, but we'll start the day foggy and then cloudy with highs in the 50s and 60s. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on KCBS.
It's Wednesday, April 13th, 2022. Coming up.
I'm Michael Wald. California moves a step closer, phasing out the sale of all new gas-powered vehicles in a push towards electric.
And this is Matt Bigler. The first in-person meetings of California's historic reparations panel kick off this morning.
Police say the person of interest in the Brooklyn subway shooting is now a suspect.
I'm Holly Kwan.
I'm Eric Thomas.
CBS News is next. When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station. 7 o'clock. Searching for New York City subway shooter.
We have all our resources working this to find this perpetrator.
President Biden on the war in Ukraine.
Yes, I call it genocide.
Tornadoes slam 2 states.
Lots and lots of debris. There's not much left.
Good morning. I'm Deborah Rodriguez with the CBS World News Roundup. It is an uneasy commute for New York City subway riders this morning as police continue a manhunt for the gunman who injured at least 23 people in a smoky attack inside a train yesterday. 10 were shot. All are expected to survive. Third grader Sarah Solano rides to school with her grandfather.
This does actually make me think twice of going in a subway because there are a lot of crazy people.
The person police are looking for, a 62-year-old man from Milwaukee, first named a person of interest. Now they're calling him a suspect. Police Chief James Essig believes he rented a truck in Pennsylvania.
The U-Haul key at the scene led us to the recovery of a U-Haul van. The male, who we believe is the renter of this U-Haul in Philadelphia, is a Frank R. James.
Investigators trying to